Hey, welcome back everybody. Jeff Frick here, coming to you from the Egen Lounge. We're at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay at Google Cloud Next. 25,000 people talking about the latest things going in AI. Absolutely, and agentic AI is top of the list. So if you're not on that train, you better get on it because the train is leaving the station. We're excited to have our next guest who's out in the field getting his hands dirty with the customers. It's Dhyaanesh Mullagur, the principal architect for Egen. Dhyaanesh, great to see you.
Great to meet you too, Jeff.
So I'm curious, you've been here for a couple of days now. What's kind of the vibe in the show? What's some of the hall chatter that you're hearing?
It's electric. AI and Gemini is the chatter everywhere. I think we're rebranding everything to Gemini Enterprise these days, so excited to see what the next few years has in store here.
So as somebody who's working with customers, what does Gemini Enterprise mean to you? What can you do and how does it get you excited, some of those capabilities that you can bring to bear for your clients?
I think two main things for me. One, from an employee perspective, really empowers you to have fun with AI, use AI with your data, and build some use cases out of it. Brings AI into your day-to-day workflow and really empowers users to use it effectively. And the second aspect is from the enterprise perspective. Empowers your IT teams to get a handle and keep track of AI usage within the company. A big issue we see with a lot of firms is rogue AI usage. People use 3-4 public AIs instead of a secure enterprise-grade AI, and Google solves for that. We bring an enterprise-grade AI with monitoring, security wrapped around it, and then still empower users to have a secure, safe way to use AI.
Right, that's great. So tell me a little bit about the Enterprise Accelerator Program, the Gemini Accelerator Program. What's that all about?
So Egen brings our Gemini Enterprise Accelerator Program. It's a quick way to deploy Gemini Enterprise within your GCP ecosystem and just reach value quicker. So you don't wait 3 months to get the deployment in. We have automated scripts to deploy it within a few hours, hopefully. So you have people in the systems quickly, testing it out, seeing what use cases they can develop, getting ROI quicker, and then rolling it out to your firm a lot faster.
So how are you designing the initial projects to make sure that you can do them fast and in those kind of time windows and don't get hung up, whether it's a procurement process or hung up whether it's because the data's just not ready yet, or there's so many potential gates to actually having a very quick, successful early project. How do you either find the right project or get around some of those inhibitors?
I think the key thing is getting alignment on a use case that's not too complex, but also provides the right amount of ROI. You want to show value quickly and effectively, but you also don't want to take on too much that you can't chew. We focus on use cases around human resources and legal. Are great use cases in the system that allows you to get quick wins, show value, and have employees using it day one. And this really helps with adoption as well, which is a big thing that we don't want. We want users to use the AI effectively and continuously, and the use case you pick off the bat plays a big role in how quickly you realize value out of it.
It's interesting looking at the site, getting ready for this, the mention of documents, and still, we think everything is electronic, right? We're so used to everything being on our phone, but in fact, there's still a lot of documents out there in the world. It turns out to be a pretty good application.
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's a physical document, electronic document, someone's got to review it. We see a lot of use cases for automation there. Contract analysis, document review is a huge part of every company. You have different types of document reviewing. The key things that we see use cases and benefits out of it is risk mitigation and compliance monitoring. Those are huge risks for companies right now, and companies want to make sure that you assess the risks appropriately and quickly, and you're up to compliance, both internal compliance and regulatory compliance. Gemini Enterprise does a great job of making sure you can identify risks early and making sure your documents are compliant with regulatory and internal compliance factors.
Right. And so what are some of the tricks and tips to having a successful early project, and what are some of the red flags that, this is not going to help us get there? What are some of the things you work on and help the client identify, so this is going to increase our probability of success and get wins and everybody's going to be happy and we're going to do more, or you don't really want to go this way because you're going to head in a place that you don't want to end up?
I think it's really the complexity of the use case. A lot of people tend to bite off more than they can chew. They want to tackle the most complex use case and want to go after it, but you really want to go back to the business problem at hand. Are we actually solving a legit business problem, Or are we using AI just to use AI? If there's no business problem to solve, there might not be a need for AI in the first place. So identifying that business need, making sure you have the right stakeholders in the room, and then you can move fast.
Biggest myth that you got to overcome when you get into one of these, kicking off a project? What's the biggest, like, no, that's not the way, or we can get past that?
I think it's that AI solves everything.
That's contrarian.
I would love to use the same processes we've used for the past 30 years in software development. Let's start with the business problem. Let's identify the data around the business problem. Let's understand the problem deeper, and then fit the solution to it. If you don't understand the problem, you're not going to solve for it correctly.
Right.
So let's not fit AI to the problem. Let's rather fit the right solution to the problem. A lot of the time it is LLMs these days, but a lot of the times it might not be.
Yeah, that's right. Horses for courses, right? You got to pick the right tool for the job. That's funny. It's not. It doesn't do everything, but we want it to, right?
Would love for it to do, but got to be realistic still.
Yeah. All right, Dhyaanesh, thanks for stopping by. Great show. Thanks for having us here, and really enjoyed it.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I appreciate the time.
All right, thank you. From the Egen Lounge, Google Cloud Next, and House of Blues, Mandalay Bay. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.